Hi, welcome back to GottaBeMobile.com. This is Hugo Ortega coming to you live from Australia with probably the most exciting video I have ever done, period. Oh, I know that's a big statement, but you'll wait and see, just wait and see. I mean, it's overwhelmingly exciting. I have for you, well, okay, let's go back one step. I posted a little heading a couple of days back suggesting or asking, what does Steve Ballmer and Hugo Ortega have in common? Now, the answer is not the receding hairline. As you can see, I have a healthy scalp of hair. It is all mine. There's plenty on the eyebrows. So it's not as if a receding hairline is anything to do with Steve Ballmer and I. The level of passion we have is probably as high as anybody else. My passion compared to Steve Ballmer, so we're probably on par there. But what we really have in common is probably the world's biggest retail box. What's inside here? Let's take a look, shall we? So what we do is we peel off this rather big, and I don't know if this is because of a production unit or whatever, but I hope this is a final production unit, so it's not as if it's the retail box is designed just for this. I think this is how they'll ship, which is interesting if you look at that box. But what I have in here is the HTC Shift. It is. It's the Shift. It really is. It's the Shift. Oh, I'm in gadget heaven with this, really. I mean, it's going to be very, very hard for me to remain unbiased, because for the last 2 days that I've had this, it's probably ticked more boxes than anything else I've ever had in the ultra mobile PC space. So let's take a closer look, because this is one of those things that you just want to appreciate and take time to look at, because it is so special. Now, having it one of the first in the world to have it is special to me. So I thank HTC Australia for giving me that opportunity. But also giving you the ability to share in this is just as special. This is the first opportunity I've had to sit down and rip a video of this. And it'll probably be the last opportunity, so I'm going to make a good go of it, so pay attention. The HTC Shift, let's start by taking a look at the hardware of it. It's about as heavy as the Q1 Ultra. It's a very balanced machine. There's nothing awkward or heavy or wrongly balanced about it. In fact, it has benefits over other machines, given that the layout is quite parallel oriented instead of vertical. And what I mean by that is battery goes left to right, hinges go left to right or up and down, but there's no right heavy, top heavy, left heavy, bottom heavy. The GPS module on the R2H and the kickstand sort of make, for me, that a slightly top heavy device. The Q1 Ultra with its 3-cell battery on the right hand side makes it right heavy. This is quite a balanced machine. As far as hardware goes, let's zoom in and start to take a close look at the machine. Now you can see first feature is this nice metallic finish. It's got a really high quality, soft rounded edges finish. So starting from the right hand side, here we have a bit of a light sensor, which I still haven't worked out what it does, but I guess we'll get that clarity soon. Coming down from the right hand corner down, what we have here is the Shift control panel launch key, and that gives you access to certain features like turning the internal modem on and off, the Wi-Fi on and off, Bluetooth, going to flight mode and so on. Here we have the origami specific resolution changer. Well, this is a revolution change, isn't it? For the resolution changer, and that goes between 800 by 480 to 1024 by 600. That's the only two resolutions it does from here. However, I'll show you a bit later on that it does do 1024 by 768. Here we've got the mouse pad. So the mouse pad itself is quite large, you can see, and the XY coordinates on there mean that you can really tap with your finger and move the mouse around, and you can select. Now I'm having problems selecting with this because my finger, as I select, tends to slide, and even if it slides just a marginal little slide within my tap, it recognises it as a bit of a gesture on the cursor instead of a tap. So it doesn't really do a good job of clicking for me, but there is, we'll get to the other side, there is a left and right click on the other side. So the first stereo speaker on the right hand side, and as we go down we've got biometrics included. We come across and we've got an array of LEDs, and they range from Wi-Fi, WAN, Bluetooth, battery operation and hard drive operation. Here, as we come along to the left hand bottom corner and we zoom in, we've got a toggle button, and we'll go through that toggle in just a second, but you will be quite surprised. On the left hand side, the second stereo speaker, as we go up, left click, right click, and then a lovely little 1.3 megapixel camera staring at you. And at the top, nice minimalistic edges with nothing until we get to the left again. So let's zoom back out slightly, and that's the front of this minimalistic HTC Shift. Let's turn it over the back. And the back, what I wanted to do is actually show you that this machine, because it's designed by a mobile phone manufacturer, HTC, what they've done is they really have a refined finish on the back. There's air vents at the top, and there's air vents on the left hand and right hand side to dissipate heat. There's nice feet on each corner to make sure that when it's on a desk it's nice and raised and padded. And then if you look at the base here, there's a removable battery compartment. Now the battery itself, coming from the mobile phone or cellular phone space, is probably one of the most refined batteries I've seen in a UMPC to date. Absolutely, hands down. It's really just a big cellular phone battery, isn't it? So look at that. There's quality in there, meaning that there's no, you got left and right releases that have locks for the battery that have to be both pushed hard outwards to actually unlock the battery. So that's quite nice. When we look inside the actual machine, what you've got is the pen. And the pen itself, that's not a spare pen, it's actually the pen. The pen itself has a quick release. So we click in to pull it out, and to push it back in, again, just the opposite, you push in. We'll talk more about the pen in a second. But just under the pen is a SIM card slot, you can see there. And what we've got is, and if you zoom in, if I zoom in, you can see I've got a SIM already in there. So this is an absolutely fully functioning marketable, so this is part of the marketing team for HTC, prototype. Well, no, why I keep saying prototype? It's a fully finished product. It's got the HSDPA module working, and I'm on HSDPA already on it. So let's put our battery back in. Top. So base first. Press it down. Let's click those two locks, and you can see how solid that battery is now. And then let's close the back lid, and let's have a look at the outer edges of this machine and start to boot her up. Yeah. So on the outer edge, what I've got is, on the right hand side, nice refined edges there, and we get to the middle, there's an SD card slot, and above it is the power switch. So let's just start booting up into Windows Vista. So as we do that, I think I grabbed it. Yeah. So there's HTC, Ultra Mobile, it said. And it's starting to go into resuming Windows because I was in sleep mode. So I can actually lock off the touchscreen by going down. So that's obvious, but